Some people who have been slaughtering donkeys here in the forests, that is a police matter. That's a police matter. But more importantly, and the reason why they must be arrested, is because if two people are slaughtering a donkey, it is assumed that they cannot finish eating the donkey, the two of them, which means that they want to go and sell that meat. That meat has not been inspected. We don't know how that donkey was. We don't know whether it had diseases. So it is very, very dangerous for people to slaughter animals in such circumstances, not just donkeys, under any circumstance. When you practice that, you are threatening the health of people. You are exposing people to potential catastrophic results when they eat meat that is not inspected and we don't know the source. So we are just asking the police to intervene and take all the measures necessary to ensure that people stop such practices.
My name is Kenneth Wamuga, the Executive Director of Farming Systems Kenya. And today we are happy to be joined by farmers as we showcase at the Nakuru ACK Show, whereby we are showcasing on issues of working equids, focusing on the donkey, the mule and the horse. Just to say that one thing that we have been able to realize is to see how people are amused to see a mule. People never used to know that there is a cross between a donkey and a horse, which is called a mule. And through this show, people are able to see and are able to even see the characteristics and even engage in a number of questions. So in terms of the numbers of mules in the country, we have very limited numbers. In fact, they are not documented because there are very few, which is not the case even in other countries like Ethiopia and Sudan, where we have quite a number of mules which are normally used for working just like the donkey. The mules are more stronger and are more resilient, and also because of their hoof structure, they also tend to work better. Also on the issue of the horse, this is something that we are very much engaged, just to see that we also have farmers that are also engaged in horse farming, and also looking at the celebration of the World Horse Day next week. This is also a culmination, I would say, just to sensitize the farmers and the public on issues to do with the horse, on issues of care, protection and welfare, because we have seen people engaging the horse in recreational facilities, in fun activities, and even in our security sector, horses are very key. But then we are also key to see that the horse are also protected, cared for, and also their welfare is taken care of. The issue of the donkey skin trade, this is an issue that currently is a challenge, and we are working together with the multi-agencies to see that the perpetrators of this trade are brought to book, seeing that even after the ban of the slaughterhouses in Kenya, we are having the illegal slaughterhouses in the bushes, and this is what we are working closely with the security agencies, so then we can bring the culprits to book, and we are able to bring the issue to a stop. We must really appreciate Nakuru County government, because we have an Animal Welfare Act that was enacted, and with that in Nakuru, then all the animals welfare and also the issues of donkeys has been taken care of in terms of ensuring that their welfare is taken care of. So these are some of the strides and that we have made as an organization, and we are calling upon all other agencies in this space to come together, because it's not only the donkey, but we also have other animals that are also facing welfare challenges, and we need to come together so that then even our parliamentarians can be able even to legislate the right laws that can also be able to support the current challenges that our farmers are facing.
My name is Dr. Cheruiyot Emmanuel, and I work for Farming Systems Kenya as a veterinary officer. And today we are here at Nakuru annual agricultural show, and today we are showcasing quite a number of animals here, from the sheep, goats and Here we also have equines, and when we talk about the equine family, we have the donkey, that is the African Nubian donkey, and then we have the horse, and in the subspecies horse we have the pony, yeah, and we also have a mule, and a mule is a sterile offspring of a donkey and a horse. So the father of the mule is the donkey, that is the jack, and the mother is the horse. Yeah, and it is quite a rare phenomenon here in Kenya because the numbers are quite few in Kenya. Actually, this is one of them, and I can say there are less than 100, if not, in Kenya. So this is the first, it's a very, very rare phenomenon. So, and the reason why is that these offsprings, the mule, they are normally sterile. They can't breed further than that. So that's why they are very few in number in Kenya. And in terms of strength and genus, the capabilities of the mule, it is stronger than the donkey, that's for sure, because it takes more of the genes of the mother. The genes of the mother is the one that becomes more dominant in terms of strength, but now the body size is quite short. Yeah, as you can see from the photo there or the video there, the mule is quite short and stronger. It is quite stronger than the donkey. So it is in between the donkey and the horse, but now just a little bit lower than the horse in terms of strength, but just way above the donkey. And in terms of diseases and other malformations, it's quite rare to find. They are quite strong in terms of the immunity, and in terms of malformations, quite rare to find. So studies have not been done here in Kenya. Studies are not that much. It is not much researched on because of their few number in Kenya. So the information that is there about mules in Kenya is quite little information is there. So this is the first, and I encourage us veterinarians and also other scholars to come and do research on the mule and the capabilities and the breeding capabilities, and if possible, if they can recommend for breeding in Kenya. But for me, I will recommend breeding because in terms of strength, and also because we are talking about, right now we are talking about in Kenya, we have this menace of donkey hide trade and also bush slaughter of donkeys, which has led to massive decline in numbers of donkeys. Yeah, because donkeys are being stolen and they are being illegally slaughtered in the bush, and maybe their skins, they are deskinned and again, going for the market overseas. So you find that there is a lot of illegal activities going around the donkey. So meaning that the numbers of population in donkeys is decreasing at an alarming rate. So I would urge, if possible, if we can breed the mules, well and good, because it will be replacing and also increasing the number of the donkeys and the horses. And again, in terms of capabilities of the mule, it is quite high. So I will encourage for more breeding on my side. That's my view as a vet, and it will be encouraging, and it will save the donkey population and stroke the horse population. Mules, actually both are working, equines are working animals. They are used for draft and also other works. So maybe load carriage and such. So it is just that the African donkey, the African Nubian donkey is very common in Kenya. That's why it is used by the I can say the lower class economy, whereby people just use it for maybe transport of goods because it is commonly found. But in other countries like South Sudan and Ethiopia, the main draft animal is the horse, the pony, as you can see there. So in Kenya, because the horse is quite rare, you find it is being used in recreational activities like riding, in recreation and showgrounds like this one. So it is being used such. But now the donkey, it can be used for recreation also, like in Lamu, Kenya. So you find that it's being used maybe in racing and other recreational activities. So the same thing happens to the mule. It is being used in draft, maybe transportation of goods from one place to another, and also recreation. So for example, this one that is behind us, it is being used for recreation by the owner.
Majina ni John Kiana Mbogwa, na mimi ni mkulima na nimekuja katika show ya Nakuru, na wakati nimefika hapa nikafika kwenye banda la Farming System Kenya, na ndilo banda limenifurahisha zaidi ni kwa sababu interest yangu sana huanga na upande wa punda, na nimekuta wako na punda mzuri sana, hata nyumbu punda ambao ana nguvu zaidi, na ikanifurahisha zaidi. Na hata hawa buzi wa maziwa wako na wazuri sana, buzi wa nyama wako na wazuri sana, na hata farasi. So nimefurahia sana kufika katika hili banda. Na jambo ambalo limenifurahisha zaidi ni kukuta wakielimisha wakulima upande wa punda, kwa sababu punda imekuwa ni changamoto kubwa sana wakati huu, kwa sababu kuna wengi sana ambao wanaimba hizo punda, na kuimba kwao njia ambao wanatumia rahisi sana ni wale wakulima ambao wanatumia punda. Akishatumia punda anamwachilia aende akatafute chakula, so anapatwa kwa njia rahisi sana na hawa wakora. So wamehimiza wakulima sana upande wa kama punda ukimfanyisha kazi the whole day, mtafutie chakula, awe na chakula kwa boma, na ile chakula umfungie kwa njia mzuri, na nimefurahia jambo hilo zaidi. Hata nimeipenda zaidi hii, hata ni zaidi ya punda ine. Ukiwa na punda ine na nyumbu moja nyumbu ni nzuri sana hata kuliko hapa punda, so ningependa sana kuwa na nyumbu.
Harriet wariakwa ni Kenneth Gaitho, Director Farming Systems Kenya. Muthenya wa muthe twi monanio ma urimi mwena wa Nakuru, na twina gikeno muno kungana na arimi kuma kundu na kundu aria mokite kwionera kiria kirenderea, na ithwe turamonia uhoro wa urimi na kuona ati urimi wa funda kwina farathi ona kindu tugwita nyumbu kana mule. Ni kuona ati ni cikoretwo cikihuthikana njira tofauti. Ta funda ni koretwo igiteithiriria arimi mwena wa guteithiriria mwena wa urimi, kuthamia andu, gukua mai, gukua irio cia ng'ombe, ona kuona ati mwena wanaguo na barathi kwa andu makoretwo magicihuthira mwena-ini ukoretwo ni wa mathako, mwena wa gukenia andu kana leisure or recreational facilities, na kuona maundu maya mothe ni kuona ati andu matikoretwo magicirora na njira ire igwatite, na twi guku nigetha tuhote kumera uria magirwo gukorwo makirora wanyama aya na njira iria igwatite, kuona ati ni ciarwara ni makuhota gucietera ndagitari, na gwata kuona ati ni makuhota gucihe irio na nginya mai.
Population ya cio hana atia bũrũri-inĩ?
Population wa funda ni nguga ati ni kuringana na census ya 2009 yari na 1.8 million donkeys, na gwikinyagia 2019 ni cia reducete cigakinya 1.2, kuona ati ni cia reducete ni undu wa ithenjero iria ciari kuo cia funda. Ona gutwika ihinda-ini riri na beno no irenderea gupungua ni undu wa ithenje, ni undu wa andu aria maracoka gucithenja ithaka-ini, undu uria turarutithania wira na honge cia thirikari nigetha tuhote gukomithia na gwota nginya kuona no uhoro ucio no acoka guthira. Mamwe ma maundu maria makoragwo makigumira funda ni kuona ati ni cikoragwo ciena ironda ni undu wa wira uria cikoretwo cikiruta ona gwata ringi ni cikoragwo ciena mahungu makamera makarora na iguru ona ringi ni ukuona ringi funda icio citiheagwo dawa ya minyo so maya mothe ni maundu maria turacoka kwira arimi macoke guthingata ni kuona ati funda nota munyama ta uria ungi nota ng'ombe uria tuthingataga funda nginya kuhura dawa cia ngukuma ona funda ni huragwo riu nikio twi guku na ni turahota kumerethera maundu maya mothe nigetha ona macoke guthingata na njira iria igwatite thiini wa Kenya counties iria cikoretwo cigukorwo cina funda nyingi ni counties cia mwena wa Kitui ona Baringo na Turkana na ni kuona ati areas ici ni imwe cia iria cikoragwo kwina thina wa mai ni ukuona arimi kaingi marahuthira guthii gustaha mai ona gucihuthira na njira ya urimi nicio cirutaga nginya mawira makuruta irio migunda-ini na guciroka kurehe kwao micii ihinda-ini riri thina uria wikuo munene ni kuhakikisha ati funda ici ene ni maracirora na njira iria igwatite ona kuona ati nyundu wa wiciria ukoretwo wikuo ni marahota gucikinya gucoka guciakira nigetha uhoro wa security wa funda ici ukorwo naguo ni wikirirwo na njira ina hinya nigetha kurora ati funda citiguhota kuiywo na guthi guthinjwo ithaka-ini funda tita ng'ombe funda ni ikaraga kahinda kanene kamwira cigigaciarana tondu nioyaga almost mieri 12 nginya 14 nigetha ihote guciara na after that ni cokaga ukona nigetha icoke kugiana mwana ungi ni itekaga almost 3 to 4 years riu warora haha ni horona nikio nginya population ya funda ikoretwo igithithi tondu ringi andu mahota kurutithia funda ici wira muritu ni ukuona ndi kuhota kunyita mbegu na njira ugacoka kuona riu ni ratake time nene ikamwira icokete guciara thi nyingi iginya cia the nyingi thiini wa ni cigeretie gwika research na undu umwe wa magegania ni ati matire marahota gutuika successful kuona ati wanyama angi ta ng'ombe ni cikoragwo ciena AI no gwakinya ni funda nyundu wa mumbire wayo uyu ni undu uremekete ona gutika thuthuria no marakienderea no tutikoragwo na AI ya funda.
Thank you.